Hey guys, Kara here with Kinsley's Creative Palette this morning. This is probably one of my favorite topics ever. I am a tool junkie. Any type of tools. It's funny because I'm not a big cook, but if there is a kitchen tool, I need it because I need to use it and see it and feel it and see all the magic. So, I'm coming to you today to show you the tools that you're going to need if you're going to join me in cutting your wooden door hanger this week. So last week, let's revisit. Last week we got together and I showed you the downloadable templates on my website. They are $5 and you download it and then you cut and you tape your template together. So we have our template ready, and I am cutting that out live this week. I wanted to, I looked at the schedule, I wanted to be able to tell you exactly when, but we are supposed to have rain on and off every afternoon this week. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just kind of fly by the seat of my pants, which I'm good at. I don't really work on a schedule very well. So we will just pop in and go live, but it will be posted to the page so that if you miss it, you can go back and watch it. But basically, whenever it's not raining and my kids are around and can help me record, that's when I'll be going live. So let me show you what you're going to need if you're going to join me. And I am super stoked that Amazon finally approved me for an influencer store. And what that means for you is, we're used to, I would have to update the links to, what size are my door hangers? They're approximately 22 inches tall or 18 inches wide, Margie. And I'll show you in just a second, I'll show you the wood that I use and I'll tell you how I ask them to cut it at Home Depot before I put it in my car so that it's easier to manage. So hang tight. What was I saying? Oh, shoot. I lost my train of thought. Oh well, let's just keep going. So, give me just a second and I'm gonna jump on mini chat and have it send y'all a message. Let's see if I can attach this before change post. Let's see. Okay. This one. Save next. Give me just a second. There we go. Please confirm. The selection was yes. Next. Oh. Sorry, give me just a sec. I'm working on it. It's telling me I have an error, but I want to be able to send y'all a link so that you can. Oh, I was talking about Amazon. Thank you so much, Mona. 22 inches tall. Okay, let me finish this so that it will send you that link, maybe. Come on already. Saved, active, please confirm. Oh, there it is. Okay, next, save, next, and we just activated. Okay, I think that I have that connected. The link to the block poster. Good morning. Okay, so Lynn, good morning. Kathy, yes. Margie, thank you. I'm super excited. So let's talk about the Amazon thing. And then if you comment on this post, you should get a message in your messenger that gives you the link to the templates. Margie, it's not on blockposter.com. These are block posters that I've created. So they're on my website. So what I've done is I've I created this on Block Poster and I downloaded it and then it's for sale on my website. They don't actually store anything on Block Poster. So this is just called Block Poster because that's where I create it. So my Amazon store, good morning Peggy, is used to I would have to create a page on my website and I would have to go and manually put the links up there for, oh no, you're fine Margie, for all the different products that I recommend. But what happens is then sometimes the the shops that sell it on Amazon, they either stop selling or they get a new distributor or whatever, and so those links don't work anymore. And so if I don't catch that, then you go to my website and you can't find the products that I recommend and that I use. So what Amazon does is when your audience gets to a certain point, they allow you to have what's called an influencer store, where I can just go in and I can check all the things that I love. And then I can put them in categories. So now, if you go to my website, all the way over to the left, if you're on the computer, if you click on the first little down, like drop down, it says Kara's favorite products. And if you click there, on that page, it says visit the Amazon store, and it actually has 3 categories now. I've got painting supplies, cutting supplies, and then I've also got shipping supplies for anyone who's in business and ships door hangers. So anyway, super excited about that. So thank y'all for joining me this morning. So let's get to what supplies you're going to need if you are going to cut the door hanger with me this week. All right, so this is what I have. You see, it's let me stand up and see if I can show you like size wise. Okay, so it's about this big. Now, you can buy wood that's approximately this size at Home Depot, but it gets expensive. Thank you, Margie. So it gets expensive if you buy this smaller sheets. So what I do, and I'm going to zoom in on this label. So you see it's called tri-ply. So I buy, it's an underlayment, which is, I want to say they probably use it for, oh gosh, like under flooring. That would be my guess. It's just called an underlayment plywood, and it's also called tri-ply. But what I do is I ask them to cut it into 6 equal pieces, and let me show you when I say 6 equal pieces how I have them cut it. Let me get a pencil, marker, something. Okay, this probably isn't going to show up. All right, so let's say this is my piece of wood, which it is 4 feet by 8 feet. So under tile, thank you, Mona. Margie, I don't know about that. I just know that I love this. There was a product I used to use at Lowe's, but I didn't like it near as much as I like this. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's 4 feet by 8 feet. Okay, so my wood is 4 feet by 8 feet when I purchase it, but I need to be able to pick it up and put it in my car. And what's great about Home Depot is they will cut it for you for close to nothing. I mean, for the amount of time and energy it takes for you to load those big sheets into your vehicle, like it's worth it to just pay a couple dollars and have them cut it for you. So this sheet of wood is around $15, say around $15. Yes, Margie, I think Revolution Ply, is that what they have at Lowe's? Because I used to use something that was supposedly primed for painting, and I did not like it at all. My customers didn't like it either. So I better use a different color pen now that I did that. Let's see. Darn it. I'm struggling today. Okay, I'll use this green. Hey Liz, you're a first timer. Well, no, Margie, this will still splinter too, but I just like the quality of it better. I mean, really any wood is going to splinter. I don't know how bad though. All right, so if you just joined in, we're talking about what wood I use to cut my door hangers. This is a piece. I get a 4 foot by 8 foot piece at Home Depot. Sorry, it's called tri-ply. And if you missed it in the video, you can back it up and I show you the label. And when I'm at Home Depot, I have them cut. Let me get a new piece of paper. So I told you it's 4 foot by 8 foot. So this is how I have them cut it. I have them cut it straight down the middle. And then I have them cut it in 2 pieces like this. So it's 6 equal pieces like this. And what's awesome is if you have them do it like this, not only is it easier to handle, but I get 2 door hangers out of each piece. So I'm getting 12 door hangers out of one sheet. Now that's if I'm really conservative and I do a good job like matching up. I'll usually do a tall and then a wide. Now let me go back and say that again. So someone asked me earlier on how tall or how big my door hangers are. If they're tall door hangers like this, where they're not like a square, more squared off shape, they're 22 inches. If they are, let me grab another one and show you. All right, here's a good example. So I was cutting yesterday and I try to put, oh, you're a first timer too, Barbara, welcome. Okay, so I try to put a tall with a wide so that I can fit 2 on one of these sheets. So check this out. So I've got my board. I get 1 here and 1 here. Okay, now you can see how if I tried to do 2 of these, it's not going to work. So you're going to end up getting less out of your wood. So that is what, that's what I try to do. I try to put them together. Now, if you're joining me for the first time and you're like, oh my gosh, I just wanted to come watch you paint. I don't really want to cut my own wood. That's totally fine. We are going to be painting next week. And you can order the blanks from me. Oh, you're so welcome. You can order the blanks from me and you can paint along. You don't have to cut your own wood. But I did have several people say they wanted to learn, so I was just trying to show you how I do things. So I get these 2 out of 1 piece. So essentially I could get 12 if I pair them this way. Okay? So when it comes to this one, which is what we're going to cut this week, sorry, I'm trying to prop this up, what we're going to cut this week, I could get this as well as something like this on the same board. Okay? And so when you asked me what size they are, something like this is going to be around 18 inches because it's, I'm going to say a square. I know it's a circle, but what I'm saying is it uses more of a square piece of wood versus this, which would use more of a rectangle. Okay? So anytime my shape is going to fit into a rectangle, I use 22 inches as my measurement. And you can see it's right there at 22 inches because that's what this template was and that's what this is. If I am using, oh, sorry guys. If I'm using this as my example, it's going to hang over because it's not 22 inches. All right, so that's where I go 18 inches if it fits on a square, 22 inches if it fits on a rectangle, and then just whatever the dimension is the other direction. I hope that made sense. I really do. Okay, so the tools. So we, yes, and I really do work my designs because I usually cut on a laser. You're welcome, Teresa. I usually cut on a laser, but I realize that not everyone has access to a laser. And when I get in a bind or when I need to cut something quickly, I use a jigsaw. So I just wanted to show y'all like that's totally doable. And every lady in here, and man, if there's any watching, can use a jigsaw. It's not hard, and it's very empowering. Like it's seriously so fun once you realize all that you can do. So let me recap. I've shown you the wood I use. Okay, told you where to buy it and about how much it costs. I told you how to have them cut it for you so that you can fit it in your car and you'll get 6 small sheets instead of 1 large. Then you're going to bring it home. You are going to get your template. You're going to get your template. Then you're going to take your template and you're going to draw it. You're going to use a pencil and draw it onto your board. Then you're going to use this, which mine's a little bit heavy. And I purchased this one from Amazon. This brand is no longer available, and I put a different one in my Amazon shop. It's only, I think it's $35. It's a Wen brand, W-E-N, and I have that same brand, scroll saw and sander, and like belt sander at the studio. And so those, I really, really like the Wen brand. So when this was no longer available, that's the link that is in my Amazon shop. Julie, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Margie, I don't own the laser. There's a college that I pay money, and like I pay a membership so that I can go to cut there. Margie, you're so sweet. Now I don't feel like I'm a teacher at all, because like that's not my gift if you put me in classroom with kids. But if it's grown-ups, like I guess because they don't talk when you're talking, well, sometimes they do, they don't like spit boogers at you and you know all that stuff, I can handle teaching grown-ups. So okay, now let's talk for just a second about sanders. And let me back up and say that had I known, I am a huge fan of Ryobi. If you can see, oh, let me turn it this way. I'm a huge fan of Ryobi, and their battery-powered tools. My drill at the studio, which I drill holes in the door hangers so that I can put the wire in. Jennifer, can everybody else hear me this morning? I don't know. Let me turn this up. I don't know if that's going to help, but can anyone else not hear me? Because Jennifer can't hear me this morning. All right. So at the studio, I have a brad nailer, which I put my pallets, like my faux pallets together with. It's super fast. It does not require an air pump, and you use a battery, which these are called the One Plus. Show you. Oh, it's not going to come off. Okay, these are the One Plus batteries, and this lithium battery pops onto all of the cordless tools that I have over there. So I have the drill, I have the brad nailer, and I have the portable sander, which this is a palm sander. There is a link in my Amazon shop for a corded sander. Okay, yeah, sorry, Jennifer. For a corded sander, and that's totally, if that's what you can afford, that's totally awesome. If a birthday's coming up, or I don't know, an anniversary or something, I highly suggest you ask for a cordless. And I'm a huge fan, like I said, of the Ryobi that use the One Plus batteries, because you can pop them on all of your tools. So like if I have a battery go dead, and they charge quickly. If I have a battery go dead, I can just pop a battery from one of the other tools right back onto the other. Okay, so you just pop the battery on, and then look, it's so easy. That's it. That's it. So this is what I would use to sand after I am done with the Jigsaw. Elena, I do sell the templates. I think as soon as you commented, if I set it up right today, you should get a message in your messenger that gives you a link to the templates. And they're on Kinsley'sCreativePalette.com. And they're under shop. And then there's templates and there's blanks and other things that you can purchase. Margie, my husband does get happy. For Christmas this year, I asked for a vacuum. Yeah, I did. I asked for a vacuum. I'm lame like that. Yeah, I asked for a vacuum. So, what's an orbit sander? Is that the same? Terry, I wish I could tell you, but I'm not sure. This is called a mouse palm sander, I believe. I mean, I like it because it's, it's smaller, and I can get up into little crevices. Margie, yes I am. That is on my to-do list. I am actually shipping out this week. Everyone who purchased, like my virtual paint party people who purchase bundles, and they purchase the bundles because they're buy 3 get 1 free, or buy 9 get 3 free. And so this is my week to ship. And I just got my template store set up a couple weeks ago, so I'm got some more templates coming that I've been working on, but I don't have them in my shop yet. One of them is a bike, and I had somebody ask me if we could do a bike, but I wanted to try to simplify it some because it's a lot of cutting. And so I'm trying to, right now, it's looking really good, but I'm trying to figure out the flower baskets because it has one on the front, one on the back, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to simplify those so that it's easier to cut, because I don't want any of you to get frustrated when you're trying to cut out a sign and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of, you know, cutting around. So I'm trying to design the flowers in a way that it's easy to cut, but we can still make them fun and pretty. So, so yes. Yes, so that was a big thing to me. Margie said she likes that the templates have detail, like, oh, I just ripped my template. I have my tape. Okay, so like you could trace your flowers with tracing paper. So what she's talking about is the template comes like this, and I did put patterns in these. You obviously do not need to trace all these patterns on. It's just to give you an idea of what pattern would look like. But what I did was I did give you leaves and flowers, which after you trace and cut out your board, what you would do is you would take your board, and I'm obviously don't have this one cut, so I'm just going to show you on something else. But after you cut your shape, you would match it up. You'd match it up, which this isn't going to match up. And you would take a piece of carbon paper, tracing paper, whatever it is, and you would slip it underneath here. And what I like to do is I like to actually tape it so I don't get any movement. And then I would take just a pen, pencil, whatever. It's not going to matter. And I would trace the design so that I know where my flowers are and I don't have to guess. So that's something that I like to do with my templates, so that you take a little bit of the guesswork out of it. And you can also see what it'll look like, more what it looks like finished. And this, you know what? I don't think I have my tracing paper in my Etsy shop, so I need to make a note to put that on. Now, for the good stuff, if you are on here right now and you say, Tara, I do not want to cut my own door hangers, I just want to paint and be happy and hang some pretty stuff on my door, I am shipping the virtual paint party pieces, which let me show you the next two. So this in May, we're painting the popsicle. June, I have to think. Yes, June, we're painting the sunflower, which I painted live. Okay, somebody asked to see the sander. It's right here. It's also in my Amazon shop on my website. So this is also what we're doing in June. And then July, we're painting a cactus. And July, August, we are painting a fall leaf. So like a cute little leaf to go on your door. So if you want to join us, just go to the website and click on Virtual Paint Party. And it's Kinsley'sCreativePalette.com. And Virtual Paint Party is where you would go to sign up to paint, where I actually ship you a sign and then you paint with me. A lemon template, Terry, I don't, but if I don't get one up in the next couple weeks, message me and I will work on that, because that would be super cute. I do want to create one of the mason jars with a straw and then the citrus fruit, whether it's orange or lemon or whatever coming out. That's one that I've been wanting to paint, and so I was going to actually do that one. No, it's Kinsley, KINSLEYS, CREATEPALETTE.com. No, so Tess asked with a sander, do you still have to paint? With a laser, do you still have to sand it? No, you don't. I'm going to get on here and see if I can't post the link, because it looks like, oh yeah, autocorrect always does that. I'm going to see if I can post the link to to the website so that you will have it. Let's see. Hopefully doesn't. Let's see. It's not going to let me comment on my own post. Well, that's not cool. Let's see if maybe. Oh, that's not it. I'm looking. I'm trying. Thank you, Margie. I really appreciate it. I guess it's not going to let me comment. No. Let me turn this down. Okay. It's going to let me right now. There's a lot of information there, just so you know. Okay. My daughter was playing with my ear pods in there. Oh, Jennifer, that is hilarious. Okay, friends, I just posted the link to the website. Let me tell you, navigation-wise, if you're looking for my favorite products, the first link on the left, when you click right there, it will say Kara's favorite products. The virtual paint party sign up is there. And then there's a shop button where you can either purchase blanks and paint at home, or you can cut your own, which that's where the templates are. There's also a few of my favorite past virtual paint parties. I think there's the watermelon, the Easter basket, something else where you can purchase just those tutorials, and you can purchase it with a template. So you can cut it yourself, or where I mail you a blank. So, yes. All right. So do we want to do a recap for anyone who just got on? Really quick. Everything you're going to need if you want to cut with me this week. You're going to need the template that you cut out and put together last week. If you didn't, it's at kinsley'screativepalette.com. Shop, and under templates, it is the kite with flowers. And once you purchase that, it'll come to your email, and you can download it and print as many copies as you want and put it together. Then you're going to need to go to Home Depot or wherever. I use Tri-Ply. I move these. You'd love a supply list. Terry, you're welcome. Okay, so here's my wood. Okay, it is Tri-Ply from Home Depot. I get them to cut it into 6 pieces like these. They cut it right there in the store, and then I load it in my car. I get about 2 door hangers on every one of those 6 pieces. Then I come home, I use my jigsaw. I cut around my template after I've traced it on my board. Then I sand it with my palm sander. There are links to all of my favorite tools in my Amazon shop, and I hope that some of y'all will get brave and cut signs with me this week. But if you don't, if you want to just paint, you can also order the blanks online. So thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. I have got, like, my to-do list is 6 million miles long, and I am, man, I'm headed to go cut some signs and ship a bunch of stuff, and I'm so stinking excited. Thank you so much, Tess. So excited about this week. There's so much fun stuff going on. So stay tuned. One day later in the week, I still don't know when because of the rain, I will be cutting live using a jigsaw and sander. And I hope you join me. Have a great day, guys. Bye.